Welcome back to Raw Sports Talk. I'm Chris, your favorite stat reader, and we have the Jazz hosting the Celtics. And the Celtics are 12.5-point road favorites. The over-under is at 228.5. The Celtics are minus 800 on the money line, no surprise. And the Jazz are plus 550. Now these are the overnight odds. They're going to change the closer we get to tip-off tomorrow. They played once this season, a couple weeks ago. And the Celtics won that game at home, 114-108. Now, the lineups for this game, and please don't hold me to them, this is just who's supposed to be there because every NBA team has 30 minutes before the game starts to tell you who's actually going to play. So if the Celtics decide that Brown isn't going to play and Porzingis isn't going to play and Tatum isn't going to play, obviously it's going to affect the lines and it would affect the pick. The lineups are supposed to be White, Holiday, Hauser, Tatum, and Porzingis, and Tatum is listed as off injury. And then Collier, Sexton, Williams, Filipkowski, and Kessler. Yet again, have not been confirmed. That's just who's supposed to be there. And the Jazz presently have the number 2 worst record in the league. The Wizards leapfrogged them again after they beat... they won the other night, the Jazz. I'm just blanking on who it was. Now, head-to-head, these teams are 5-5 against each other. The Celtics have beaten the Jazz the last 4 times they played them. The home team is 7-3. The favorite is 5-5 against the spread. The favorite's 8-2 on the money line. The over is 5-4-1, and the over/under at 228.5 is 5-5. The Celtics are 8-2 in their last 10, 5-5 against the spread. The over/under is 5-5. They've won their last 3. There was a total of 230, 194, 228, and then 200 points even. A 6-point win over the Thunder. They covered. They did not cover, forgive me. A 6-point win. A 6-point loss to the Thunder. They were the favorite over the Thunder in that game. Then they beat the Heat by 12. They covered that game. Then they beat the Nets in back-to-back games by 2 and by 8, and they did not cover either of those games. The Jazz are 1-9 in their last 10, the win coming against the Wizards, and they are 5-5 against the spread. The over/under is 5-5. 244, 230, 208, and then 240 points. 8-point loss to the Raptors, 26-point loss to the T-Wolves, 14-point loss to the Bulls. They did not cover any of those games, and then they beat the Wizards, which they should have beaten them, and they beat them by 16. They had the better lineup, but I was thinking that they were actively going to try to lose, but there's only so much you can do when the other team is far worse than you. I'm going to take the Celtics on the money line. I think that they win. The 13 points is what I'm interested to see, especially if the Celtics aren't going to be playing any of the heavy hitters. Doesn't mean that the Celtics bench won't come out and try to play, but I don't know. I would take the Jazz getting the points and try to get them getting more points, and I would go under 228.5. These are just my picks. If you disagree, please go with your gut, and please bet responsibly.